Hello, Dhiren. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What about you?
I'm good too. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Aman Kumar Khatri, and I am from Rajasthan. I have done my bachelor's in BCom from Gujarat University, and currently I'm pursuing PGDM with marketing as my major and sales and service as my career path. So let's start. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Okay, so I am a PGDM student. I'm just 1 year senior to you. I had taken sales and service career track. Uh, Going back to my background, I have 17 months of work ex under my belt, where I have worked with a UK bank known as NatWest. It was NatWest Group. I was into the back end operations, but it was a very good experience. After that, then I decided to take a gap in my career and decided to pursue PGDM. So that's the gist about my introduction.
So what inspired you to pursue a career track in this field?
So if you ask when this is something which is very interesting, I wasn't sure of taking marketing towards the like when we were asked to fill out our forms as in which is the specialization you're supposed to go. I was certain that I wanted to take finance, but in the last moment, I something clicked, and then I decided to pursue my PGDM in marketing. So once I decided to pursue my PGDM in marketing, we were given two options. One was digital marketing, and one was sales and service. Sales and service, I was inclined more towards sales because I spoke to a few of my faculty members as well, and they were like, if you are good in negotiating, if you're good in interacting with the customers, then you're a right person for the sales job. So this was my motive behind joining sales and service.
Oh, great. So what was your first job and how did you get it?
My first job.
Yes.
Okay, so my first job was basically the BPO this thing where I interacted with the customers, UK clients. These were clients which were based in UK. So instead of going to the bank, there all the back end operations which are done in the branch office, right? So that was done from our end, so that the customers do not have to face any difficulty. So this was my work. I did that for 17 months. I got this opportunity through my college placement. I did my BCom, and then through placements, I was able to secure this particular role. Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about your current job or that internship you are doing?
So, Acha, so the internship I had been doing was with Wow Momos. I was into the retail sales. It was from October to December. I recently completed my internship as well. It was a good experience. To be frank, I come from the industry which was very different from the industry where I got my internship into. So the retail segment was something which wasn't explored. I personally didn't have any prior knowledge or prior information about how the retail sector works. Now, once I got into it, there were a few obstacles, there were a few things which I wasn't able to understand readily. Immediately, I wasn't able to grasp it. But slowly moving forward, 3 months was a good enough of time compared to 1 month internships, which usually happen. 3 months was sufficient enough for me to learn and explore new opportunities within retail sales. There were a few problems which required to be solved at an immediate basis. So it was a good experience overall.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you have faced early in your career?
Uh, when specific are you talking about?
Yeah, the internship one.
Okay, so the obstacles which I faced during my internship. was that, see, I got my internship in Chennai, which is my hometown, so there were no obstacles on that part. But
Mhm.
while working, the obstacles which I was facing was uh, a communication. There was a communication gap, which I can say, because the thing is that the overall functioning of the organization was required a little bit more communication. So this was the obstacle which I was able to find, and I also addressed this with my manager, and we then decided like, yeah, this needs to be solved. And there were a few more things while I was working. I needed to update myself with the local information, right? So I was into the retail segment. I had to have the knowledge about the distributors in Chennai. Basically, I had to collect more data, data as in which are the particular departmental stores located in which particular locality. Now, I had to create a beat plan specific to a particular area, or on the basis of the population. I had to cover these beat plans. So initially, I found it a little difficult to actually uh, create a beat plan according to my wish, but gradually, then when I started working, then this was also taken care of.
So, what do you think are the most important skills for someone in your position?
See, the most important skill, I learned this in my internship as well. Apart from just communication, even though if you're a good communicator, the most important one thing which I would say is multitasking. See, we when we were in our internships, we were also attending our classes. I mean, it became a little difficult, I must say, but somehow we managed it. We had to manage both the things uh, simultaneously. We used to come from work at around 6:15, and then immediately go and sit for our classes. So this was one thing. You have to be a multitasker. Uh, Going forward, you will face certain situations in your life or in your career where you won't have this cushion of just doing one thing at a given point of time. You will have to do various things simultaneously. So this is one thing. Apart from that, negotiation and as I already told, communication. These are the things you need to work upon.
Yes, as an management graduate, you need to be a multitasker.
Correct.
Yeah,
See, after you enter JAGSoM, one thing which JAGSoM definitely teaches you is how to become a multitasker.
yeah,
Because
that's for sure.
uh, you have to manage your entire day in a way where you're able to do all the activities planned. So I do agree that will come gradually. Yeah,
So, what advice would you give to someone just starting out in your field?
in sales.
Yes, yes.
See, this was something which I as well faced. I would suggest you, like, when you are towards the end of your curriculum and you are going for the placements, I would suggest you be clear at that time as to which is this particular sector which
Yes.
you want to get into, because I could see that many of, including myself, many of my friends were also not clear about the sector or the particular industry which they are targeting. So at least be sure as which is your favorable sector and which is the sector which gives you extra motivation to work in. So this would really help you in actually deciding as to which company you want to go for, and how you will make your preparations according to that, right? So this is something which I would suggest you do it on a priority. Just be clear in your mind as to which direction you want to take your career into.
So, what are your future career goals?
See, currently I'm looking out for job opportunities. So we are done with our internship, and now I have started applying for a few companies.
Okay.
I have my goal is to go for a customer success manager or a key account manager role. I have applied in these positions.
Mhm.
And the specific industry which I am currently targeting is banking. I come from a banking background, though it was a back-end operation, but I prefer BFSI sector. So BFSI and IT, these are the two sectors which I would be targeting.
So is there something else you want to tell or add?
So, Aman, one more suggestion from my end would be to go for certifications which are sales specific, because the thing which I have realized now is that the sales certifications are very limited, and we at that point of time I did not get this idea, and so I wasn't able to apply. But now I have got this opportunity. I am also looking out for a few certifications specifically in sales. Learn about the software, CRM softwares, and everything. So that would give you some brownie points when you go forward for a job opportunity. So this was one suggestion from my end. Hope you actually consider it.
So thank you, Dhiren. Thank you for your time. It's a great opportunity for me to interview you.
Thank you, Aman. It was lovely interacting with you as well. Looking forward to hearing from you in the future.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you.